You're eating clean. You're choosing the salads, the nuts, the fruit, the Greek yogurt. You're doing everything right. And yet somehow, by 2 in the afternoon, you're completely wiped out. Your eyes are heavy. Your brain feels like it's wrapped in fog. You're sitting at your desk or standing in your kitchen and you're thinking, what is wrong with me? Because you're supposed to feel good. You're supposed to have energy. That's the whole point of eating healthy, isn't it? But here you are, exhausted, again. And the worst part is, nobody around you seems to understand. They see you eating well and they assume you're fine. They have no idea that behind that healthy snack you're holding is a person who is running on empty, who woke up already tired, who pushed through the whole morning pretending to be okay, and who is now desperately searching for something, anything, that will finally make this feeling stop. I want you to know something right now. This is not your fault, and you are not broken. What's happening to you has a very specific explanation, and once you understand it, everything changes. Here's the thing that most people don't realize. A snack being healthy in general does not mean it's healthy for your energy. Those two things are completely different. And the gap between them is exactly where millions of people fall through every single day, feeling confused, feeling frustrated, feeling like their body is betraying them. Let's break this down in the simplest way possible. Your body runs on a fuel system. Think of it like a fire. You want a slow, steady burn that keeps you warm all day. But some of the foods we call healthy are actually more like throwing paper into that fire. They burn bright and hot for about 20 minutes, and then they're gone. And when they're gone, your energy crashes with them. That crash is real. That heaviness you feel is real. That brain fog is real. And it's being triggered by foods that are sitting in your kitchen right now labeled as good for you. Let's talk about fruit first, because this surprises almost everyone. Fruit is natural. Fruit has vitamins. Fruit is good for you in many ways. But fruit also contains a specific type of sugar called fructose. And here's where it gets interesting. When you eat fruit on its own as a snack, especially without any fat or protein alongside it, that sugar hits your bloodstream relatively quickly. Your blood sugar rises, your body responds by releasing insulin to bring it back down. And when it comes down, it sometimes comes down too hard, too fast. And that drop is what makes you feel tired, sluggish, irritable, and foggy. Research consistently shows that blood sugar fluctuations are one of the most underappreciated causes of daytime fatigue in otherwise healthy people. Now here's the pattern interrupt that nobody expects. The same thing can happen with granola bars, with rice cakes, with low-fat yogurt loaded with fruit on the bottom, with smoothies packed with banana and mango and honey. All of these things sound incredibly healthy. All of these things can be sabotaging your energy every single day without you ever suspecting them. We have a program linked down below in the video description. A lot of people have already gone through it and completely transformed not just their energy but their entire relationship with food. If you're serious about finally feeling good in your own body, I'd actually encourage most people to keep watching first before deciding if it's for you, because not everyone is ready to apply what's inside it. But if you are, it's right there waiting. Back to what's happening in your body. Let's talk about nuts. Everyone reaches for a handful of almonds or cashews as a snack because they've heard nuts are healthy. And nuts do have protein and healthy fats. But here's what people miss. Most commercial nut products, trail mixes, roasted and salted nuts, flavored almonds, they come with added sugars, added oils, and sodium levels that trigger water retention and inflammation in sensitive people. And inflammation is one of the sneakiest drivers of fatigue there is. Scientists have discovered that even low-grade, chronic inflammation, the kind you don't even feel as pain, creates a state in the body where your cells struggle to produce energy efficiently. Your mitochondria, the tiny powerhouses inside every cell, start working at reduced capacity. And you feel it as that persistent nagging tiredness that never fully goes away no matter how much you sleep. Here's something that will shift the way you think about this forever. Your energy isn't just about calories, it's about cellular efficiency. It's about whether your cells have what they need to actually convert food into usable power. And most of the popular healthy snacks out there are missing the very nutrients that make that conversion happen. Magnesium, B vitamins, iron, zinc, omega-3 fatty acids. These are the nutrients that your mitochondria desperately need. And study after study shows that a significant portion of the population is deficient in at least one of them, often without knowing it. You could be eating 1,000 calories of healthy food and still be starving your cells of the specific building blocks they need to keep you energized. Think about that for a second. You're eating, you're fueling yourself, but your cells are still running on empty. That is why you're tired. That is the real answer. And here's the emotional layer of this that I really want you to sit with for a moment. Because this matters deeply. You've been trying. You have genuinely been trying to take care of yourself. You chose the healthy option, you skipped the chips, you passed on the cookies, you made the effort, and your body still said no. That is demoralizing in a way that's hard to put into words. It makes you feel hopeless. It makes you wonder if you're just destined to feel this way forever. You're not. But the path forward requires understanding something new. It requires moving beyond the idea that healthy just means low fat or low sugar or plant-based or natural, because all of those labels can be true about a food that is still actively working against your energy. Let's talk about timing, because this is massive and almost no one talks about it. When you eat matters just as much as what you eat. If you're skipping breakfast, or eating very late at night, or going more than 4 hours without any fuel during the day, your cortisol levels, your stress hormones, start to spike. And elevated cortisol in the afternoon is directly linked to that 2 o'clock crash so many people experience. It's not a personality flaw, it's not laziness, it's your body's stress response being activated because your blood sugar dropped and your system went into a mild version of panic mode. People who understand this and time their nutrition properly report feeling more alert, more focused, and more emotionally stable throughout the day. Some describe it as feeling like a completely different person. And they didn't even have to eat perfectly, they just had to eat smarter. Now let's layer in something that compounds all of this. Dehydration. Even mild dehydration, as little as 1 to 2% loss of body water, measurably reduces cognitive function, increases fatigue, and makes concentration harder. And here's the cruel irony. When you're dehydrated, you often feel hungry, so you reach for a snack. You eat something, you still feel off. Because what your body actually needed was water, not food. That cycle repeats itself all day. You're eating when you should be drinking, and then you're wondering why you still feel terrible. The people who get their energy right, the ones who wake up feeling rested and clear, who move through their day with genuine vitality instead of white-knuckling through it, they understand all of these pieces together. They're not just eating healthy, they're eating with a system. They're eating with intention. They're eating in a way that is specifically designed to support their energy at a cellular level. And that's not a secret available only to nutritionists or elite athletes. It's knowledge. And it's accessible. That's the shift. Here's something I want you to think about honestly. How many years have you been doing this? How many years of trying different things, different diets, different snacks, different routines, and still landing in the same exhausted place? What would it be worth to you to actually solve this? Not manage it, not slightly improve it, actually solve it so that tired, foggy, drained version of you becomes something you remember from the past instead of something you wake up to every day. People who make that shift describe it in ways that go far beyond just feeling less tired. They talk about showing up differently for the people they love. They talk about being present in conversations, instead of just physically there while mentally somewhere else. They talk about finally feeling like themselves again, like the person they used to be or always wanted to be but could never quite reach because exhaustion was always holding them back. That's what's possible. That is genuinely what's on the other side of understanding how your body actually works. Now here is the final thing I want you to understand today. And please don't let it slip past you. The solution is not harder. It's not more restrictive. It's not another list of foods to eliminate. In most cases, the people who fix their energy fatigue actually start eating more of the right things, more frequently, more strategically. And they feel better within days, not weeks, days. Because once your cells start getting what they actually need, your body responds fast. The program linked down below in the video description walks you through exactly how to do this in a way that's been proven to work for real people in real lives. People who were where you are right now, exhausted, confused, trying everything and getting nowhere. And it worked for them not because they're special, but because the information inside it is actually correct. Most people who are still tired because they haven't had access to this yet. If you're ready to stop guessing and start actually feeling good, the link is right there. And if you keep putting it off, you already know what tomorrow morning is going to feel like. You've felt it before. You'll feel it again, unless you do something different today.